Alrighty then, folks, we have returned. So, due to that poll I took on Saturday, which for you guys will be a couple of days ago, for me was about 9 hours? Maybe 10? I don't know. Anyway, MS08 is leading with 7 votes. Followed shortly behind by MS Igloo, which has 6, and then Thoroughbred and Zeonic Front, which have 5. So, it appears we are doing MS08 today, which is cool, because I'm pretty sure this one's only also 3 stages long. I've done some training in the meantime, though, because I had an extra hour or 2 of downtime. So there's 2 things. I had to take out all the music, because the last episode, all 3 of those videos got claimed. I told you guys that would happen. I didn't get a copyright strike, though, so it's all good. I don't care. I'm pretty sure they're bogus claims, too, but there's some music collection industry in Hong Kong, and I really don't know if they have rights to Singapore or not, so I can't actually dispute the claim, because I could get in real trouble for that. So I'm gonna let it go, but it did get claimed for it. Ironically, it was opening 2 of Stardust Memory, A Man of Destiny, or something like that, which somebody did point out, and I just find that was hilarious that got pointed out. And 2, I did some training offhand, because before I was trying to keep all the upgrading stuff on screen so you guys could see it, but I think just for a little while I'm gonna do some, or for now on I'll do some training off screen, so training and evolving off screen, so you guys don't have to watch me go through hey, let's use a Zaku 2 or a Zaku 1 for 5 stages to get the freaking Sniper 1, or the Zaku Sniper, I should say. But I grabbed one of those Rick Doms we captured from level 6 of Gundam. I evolved it into a Dom. You know, it's exactly the same as the Rick Dom, except for it works on land. Exciting, right? The real reason it's exciting is, canon. This is a Dom 2, this is a Dom cannon, and I'm not sure what this is. Maybe it's a Tropin? Or a Tropical. I don't know which one's in this. Basically, the Tropical is better dusk filters and it's painted brown, versus the Tropin, which is an actual upgrade. But it looks like the right shoulder is the Rocketon bazooka, the 880mm one. So, you know, a good size for a Mobile Suits bazooka. So I think it's the Tropin, but that's all. But I really want to see, so I'm going to get them up to rank 4. Oh, by the way, we are over to our second set of pilots. I haven't decided how I'm going to do the people who aren't on the queue, since we only have 20 right now. Where there's only 20 spaces, so I might have to just rename some people and change their appearances or something, or I'll have to delete them and recreate them. But if I delete them and recreate them, we lose their stats. So I'm kind of iffy about doing that, because if we do it this way, we'll end up having level 20 pilots, or actual good pilots, versus if I start deleting people, we'll always be around level 5 or 10. So I kind of want to just rename them. Oh, and something I literally just noticed. Look right below the Absolus 2. It has a rank B for space. The Absolus works in space in this one. It didn't in the show. It was ground only, which is cool. Oh, I haven't got this to rank 5, which would get us the Absolus 3, but there's a reason why. Oh, I haven't, because I literally need 1 more kill, and I was just short, so we'll deal with that later. But there's a reason why I've been hesitant about getting rid of it and just going for the Absolus 3, which is this. I told you guys this was an Adzom. We don't want an Adzom. Even though, I'm curious as to what these are. I don't really want them. I think this is the Adzom from the Liberation manga, which is basically like a Zaku 1 bolted onto an Adzom, which is kind of weird. But yeah, there's that. So there's the Adzom. I don't really care about that, though. I'll probably get that off screen because it's not really interesting. There's the Rhino, like I said. We could get one of those pretty easily. There's this, though, which I'm not sure what this one is, because I think it's supposed to be a mobile armor. It might be a perfect Zeong, but that's the only thing I can think of. And the shoulder armor doesn't look like the Zeongs, so I'm not sure, but it might just be a weird pose. Then there's this one, which I'm sure is the Shambhala, or Shambhala, however you pronounce that one. The mobile armor from Unicorn episode 4. Or 28, I think, in the actual series. Not the OVA, but it's episode 4 of the OVA. This is that giant aquatic mobile armor. We might get that eventually. The reason why I'm saying that is the smaller picture on the top left. But we might get that eventually, but for now, we're going to ignore that right now. And then there's the mass production Big Zam. Yes, that's in this game. It's a G-Generations exclusive kind of thing. This hasn't been in any other game. Which is basically a Big Zam with a giant cannon in the center of it. It's pretty cool. I kind of want it, especially since it can turn into Big Zam or whatever that is. I'm not even sure what that is either. Though I think it's the Quinn Motha, but the size is M. So, I'm not actually sure. Maybe it's a Gaimalk? Since it's like normal mobile suit size and it's space only. And then there's also the Epsos 3. Which I kind of want myself. Do I want to buy... do I want to trade for one of these and then go equip a Absolus to the other master unit? You guys mind if we put off the Absolus 3 for a little while so we can get a Big Zam? Because, you know, fucking Big Zam, man. Ironically, the Absolus 3 is bigger than the Big Zam. Big Zam's only XXL, Absolus 3 is... Big Zam's XL, and this is XXL. Okay, well, you know what? We're gonna get the Absolus 3. Big Zam is cool, but we'll get that next time, because I know how to get one now. Though, I'll probably get the mass production Big Zam, and then I'll show you guys that. Then I'll get the Big Zam. As far as this goes, I already mentioned we're on our other characters now. We're on Darken Mass, who's our squad leader. Then there's Trav, who's a Chav. Hey, the profile was up to me, damn it. We have our Peru clone, who... You'll see why she's in that one in a second. And we have our Black Tristar, who's in a Hidalfer. As far as on the Federation size, we have Integria Noble, our new person who is piloting the GPO-00. The Blossom, I believe it's called. This is the prototype GPO mobile suit that can turn into the GPO-1. I was about to say the F-91. That's definitely not it. The GPO-2, probably the GPO-3. I'm not exactly sure on that one, and that one's the Stanum. That's obviously the Stanum. You gotta guess which one we're going for on that. We have Pixie in a Pixie. Yeah, there wasn't enough room for a second quote, which was kind of stupid. But we have a Pixie, which we could turn into something else. Because I don't usually put them in mobile suits I say I would, but I might leave it in the Pixie just for the joke. We can trade a Pixie for an effort, though, but we don't want to do this. I'll show you why in a second. But we could also get the Gale Goog, which we already have, the Gun Cannon, which we already have, or the GM2, which we already have. But we can develop this into the Ground Gundam, which we're about to do MSO8, so stupid and a waste of time. The G-Liner, which is really good because it has exchange, which I think a lot of other mobile shoots that have, but they don't. And so it can turn into 3 separate forms, and then there's the Slave Wraith. However you pronounce it in English, I don't bloody know. In Irish, it's Wraith, but I don't know about English. Which can turn into the Easy 8, the Striker. Yes, we have a Striker, the GMC, or the Pixie, which, you know, like, we'll get one of these eventually because they're cool. Does it have the Hades system? Yeah, it doesn't even have the Hades system, so, you know, there's no point in getting it. So I think we're going to go with that, but we might leave it for Pixie for a stage, just for the fun of it. We have the GM2, the Federation GM2. Yeah, I guess we'll do the Federation first. I kind of skipped over Zeon, but we'll get to that in a second. We have Claudia Melo, yes, that one person from Crossfire in the GM2. So as far as development on the GM2 goes, I got that mixed up so bad. Mind you, I knew this was in the game, I just didn't think about it. This is the AUG version of the GM2. You wanna know what the difference is? Paint job. Again, another reskin. But that pose is just so weird. I don't get it. It can also turn into the GM Semi-Striker, which is basically a Striker version of the GM2, except for it only has a twin blade spear, and is kind of shit. I played with one of these off camera. They're not very good, and they can only develop into the GM2 and then the GM3. So we're not going to bother. I'm sorry if you want to see that, but it's literally the same thing as the Striker we already have. And the GM3, which we could turn into some really good stuff, including the Yagen, or the GM2 Part 2, and whatever that is. I want to say that's a Rick Diaz or a Deja, however you pronounce that one. But yeah, we'll go to that one later. But we are going to go to this since it's exactly the same thing we're using, just in a different paint job. It's like, even stat-wise, it's exactly the same. We're actually downgrading ourselves getting it, but, you know, so is life. But the reason why we did that is we can develop into a Nemo, or a GM3, but we want the Nemo. We have our ground GM. I haven't developed this up yet. We have the choice between the Sniper, which, yeah, I don't think this is the Sniper 2. Actually, this is the Sniper 2, never mind. So I'd say I don't think this is the Sniper 2. This is the GM Command, obviously, you could tell by the head. And then I think that's the GM Custom, but I'm not sure. But we aren't getting that because we could either get the Ground Gundam, MS-08 again, we're ignoring, or the Blue Destiny. And the Blue Destiny can turn into either the Blue Destiny 2 or 3, I'm assuming? It might just be like 3 or 2, but I'm really hoping it's 2 or 3. Especially since this one's melee's better, but overall stat-wise this one's better, so this one might be the 3. Because the one that you got was a lot better than the other one. So we're gonna go get that. Oh, and then we have Ostrika. I will show you guys this because somebody asked. But we can develop this into either a Power GM, the Semi-Striker, which is shit, or the GM Custom. But yeah, I kind of showed you guys the Power GM and then the Striker were two options on the GMC like we had it before. But here's with the Power GM. If we get the Power GM, we can get the GM Custom or the GPO1. So we're gonna go with the Power GM, but I'll show you guys the Striker now, and then I think like in the next mission, I'll have them with the Power GM kind of thing, and then I'll probably upgrade the Pixie as well, just because you guys got one mission. That's all. Over here on the Zeon side, I might have already said it, but I gave him a Dom just because. Grabbed one of the Rick Doms, upgraded it. We got the Gauf, which I will show you guys it a little bit if you want. And then we had the choice between the Flight Gauf or the Gauf Custom. We're gonna go Flight Gauf because the Flight Gauf can go into the Gauf Custom. Same level, even. So we're gonna go for the Flight Gauf first so we get that off of our checklist. Because we're probably not gonna get it any other way unless we could combine like the Gauf Custom with a Dom to get the Flight Gauf, but I doubt it. So we're gonna get the Flight Gauf, combine it with Gauf Custom. Now I'll show you guys the Gauf, it's fine. This is the F2, you guys have already seen it. So, I was completely wrong. Well, I was right about the unit on this one. I was wrong about the character. And I have no idea why this is called... so I had to look this up. Basically, this is called Bishop because of Missing Link. There's one character who has obviously fake breasts. I'll get into that later if you want me to, but it doesn't matter at this point. This is the Psychomute Test Zaku. I don't know why they called Bishop in the show, but they did. Or in the game. I haven't gone past the second level in that game. It's too boring, so I haven't done it. But we can get that, and that's a new type mobile suit. Hence why our Peru's in there. And then there's also the FZ, but I realized we're doing War in the Pocket, so we're probably going to get one of those as well. This is the upgraded version of the Zaku F2. It can turn into the Federation Captured Zaku 2, I'm pretty sure that is, or the Action Zaku. Which, it's cool, but we're going to go for the Bishop, or the Psychomuzaku, which I'm going to start calling it now because Bishop is a stupid name for a mobile suit, which could either go High Mobility or the Elmith. And for getting the Elmith, we unlock Lala. So we're going to go with that. Plus we get a guest character for getting that. I think. Well, when we exit out of this, you'll see. And then with the Hidalfer, because you guys have already seen the Hidalfer, we could either get the Gigan or the Rhinoceros. Weirdly enough, the Gigan can turn into a Gigan with a slightly bigger gun. I believe this is the Unicorn one, which has a beam Gatling gun and only works in space. We'll try to get it. I'm not exactly sure what this one is. Maybe an Draw C? Because, like, the Orbish shoulders. They're like big circular things. But the only other thing would be the Rhinoceros, and since the Rhinoceros is an XL, it would take 2 slots instead of 1. So we're gonna go get the Gigan instead. Plus, the Gigan's one of my favorite mobile suits. It's adorable as fuck. But yeah, so let us see if we get it. Yeah, I figured as much. So yeah, we got this girl. I've never heard of her, never played the game far enough. But if you go look up the reference image on her on the wiki, you'll notice that the top of her breasts are kind of flat while the sides are well defined. That's how you know if it's fake or not, is because that's a combination of silica and air they use in mostly South American countries. It's a lot cheaper than pure silica, and it makes it look a lot better. But if you go up on like airplanes or something in high altitude, they tend to explode and, you know, kill the user. So they're banned in America, but they're a lot cheaper. I don't know who they used as a model for the character, but I don't think the author knew that, or the artist knew that. But, you know, just a little tip you should know, just in case you ever think about anything like that and don't want to die. But we're going to do MSO8. So if MSO8 is anything like the previous one, we have the one where we fight the Rocket Zaku. Then in the next mission, we have the... this one we fight the Rocket Zaku. In the next mission, we assault some bunkers and kill some some Zaku cannons. And then we have the final fight as our third mission. So I think this will be 3 long, maybe it'll be 4. But it should be fun. We're also going to do normal again because, you know, why not? Though this is midair and land, so I'm not sure. Maybe the first 2 stages have been combined, I'm not exactly sure. But we'll deal with that later. Gundams in the jungle. Oh, and if you don't really care about this intro part, you can skip now. Probably to the next episode. Because I'll probably have this first part, especially if there's a mission there, as one episode and then a second part. G3 gas. 20 million. There were 3 survivors, one of which being Shiro. Seema, who's my favorite character, was blamed with this, but she didn't exactly do it. She helped, but she wasn't exactly the one to do it. That was the guy named Asakura, who I pointed out in the Gundam. But I believe it's an F. They have this really cool conversation between Shiro and her. Like, if you have them fight. And you can actually get her to defect to the Federation if you do it. I think. I think it's F. It might be one of the other. And if you haven't seen MSO8, it's basically the Romeo and Juliet. It's pretty interesting. I forget what that shuttle's called. Sahalin. Okay, yeah, this is a prologue battle kind of thing. Basically, we're gonna have to protect Sanders, and we're gonna have to destroy the Rocket Zaku with a ball. It's a lot harder than it sounds. Oh god, it's Michael. Or Mitchell. Whatever his name is. This guy screams all the time. He's really annoying. Well, no, you're not here to fight. You're gonna fight on the planet. It's a Zeon test. That's a space command, though I think they call it a Type C in this. Oh, and Gundam Breaker is updated. The new DLC came out today. Or it comes out tomorrow. I don't know, is it today in Hong Kong? Anyway, one of the new DLC come out. I have already purchased it, so it just downloaded. Probably won't record it this time, but, you know, I bought the season pass for some stupid reason. Did I? I don't remember. Anyway, Gundam Breaker updated. No, I didn't buy the season pass, I just bought the 2. I bought the 2 that had mobile suits I wanted, which was the Rebao and the Chimeris, and that was about it. Oh, and the Gujion. So that thing's badass. I might have to cut out the music on this. Just in case it got real quiet. You'll know. As well, this riff is really badass. Yeah. I'm pretty sure this video is gonna get claimed too. Damn. Ken showed... Oh, there's no challenge in this one. That sucks. Basically, what we gotta do is... I think he has a... Or she has a Zaku bazooka? No, she just has a machine gun in this one. Before she had a bazooka, which was kind of annoying. But, oh, and we don't actually have good range. Well, that sucks. Alright. And can you move? You can. Can you attack too? Awesome. In the previous games, he wasn't able to attack. Couldn't move, couldn't attack. Yeah, you'll just barely be able to survive this. And it hit you. Luckily, there's no challenge on this one, so it's fine. This is the early type GM, so it only has a bullpup machine gun. I want her to get close enough to shoot me back, but then I don't want to get meleeed by her. Oh, it's actually a machine gun in this one, not a missile launcher. Awesome. Oh, I'll get the... We have the ability to get the Rocket Zaku, I just haven't yet. All you have to do is combine a Dom and a Zaku. I'll probably do it off camera, because I'll forget to do it on camera. But we can get one of those pretty easily. Damn it. Well... Oh, yeah, you're actually out of range. Oh, sweet. Oh, the challenge was actually to have Shiro do it. As opposed to the other way around, I guess? And that is a crashed Magellan that's painted green for, you know, reasons. Oops. Turned auto on for a second there. no one knows why this one's painted green, besides this might have been Revel's capital ship. But why you'd paint anything green in space? Black or white, that's your only real choice in space. But what they can't really show you is basically there's a existing reactor on it that hasn't exploded, and with Minovsky particles, they basically power themselves, so it can run almost indefinitely. So they're trying to seek shelter on the ship, which might still have life support running. And weirdly enough, Aina's the only one who took her escape pack and brought the gun. And, 3 days worth of food. They don't need it, but they have 3 days worth of food, a gun, and some other stuff. It's a big enough gun to break through a normal suit. You'll never know what that's for. It's not what you think. So that's how dark Gundam gets sometimes. I don't know, he did win. Weirdly enough, that puts him in the ace category this early in the war. Taking down a Zaku. I mean, like, it's between him, Amuro, and you. And, like, 6 other people, but they're not important. I believe this one's an M203 missile. I don't know about you, but I would have set the delay for like 3 minutes. So it's not, 27 meters away from you versus like maybe a mile, which is about the same thing in space. Just not a giant fucking explosion right next to you.
何のために？それは戦争なんだろうけど。でも、あそこに行けば何かがわかるような気がしてさ。自分が何者で何ができるやつなのか。だから絶対死ねないんだ。あなた、私が聞いていた連邦軍のイメージとは随分羨ましい。羨ましい？
She's a drug addict. I don't know if that's canon or not. I don't think so, but it might be. Oh no, it's a Zack. Sayonara, Shiro. Sorry if you guys can hear those dogs going crazy outside. It's like 40 degrees out there, like 14 Celsius, I think. I don't know why anyone would let their pets out when it's that cold. But they are, and they probably saw like a squirrel or something. It's only, 10 at night. reporting for duty of the 8th MS team. Ah, Hideo Kojima, our good friend. He's totally a good guy. It's actually in India. It's in Madura, or Madras. Though, I guess all of Southeast Asia includes India. Oh, I forgot to look at the quests. Damn it. We probably got something for having Shiro defeat Aina. We'll look at it later, though. I know we get Elidor for unlocking the hover truck, which I'll do on my off time, because you get the hover truck from leveling up a Type 61 tank, which is boring as fuck. And we get 3 of the 21, or 23 now, officially. Ground Gundams created from the spare parts taken from Side 7 and reproduced at Luna 2. Because they made, apparently, like, 200 Gundams or something like that. And a lot of them got shipped all over the place, but it was easier to make a mobile suit out of the parts that were already designed than to redesign one, which would be the Dom. Or which would be the Gmu, or the GM. Or Jim, depending on who you call it. The the Zaku test type, or the Rocket Zaku as I called it, is the prototype for the Dom, which is what I was thinking about for some reason. Ixo. Then there's a bunch of ground GMs, which I don't remember. And then the Type 61s on the right, and the hover trucks. If hover trucks are anything like the previous game, we get a plus 15% for having one within a within a radius of our commander. 15% accuracy, which is really good. My Apsaris? Luckily, it's the first one, which doesn't have a gun. Oh, and if you're wondering, there are NTR, Guinness, and Aina Dojin. I don't know why I know that, but I do. I was about to make a Crusader Kings joke about Zuda, but whatever. And we have backpacks, because we have to go to school. Okay, yeah. So, before this was Mission 2, and then Mission 1 was the space thing, but I guess they're together in this one. So basically what we gotta do is we gotta attack these 2 cliffs, which have a Danube class at the top of them, and the those gun emplacements, or pillboxes, whatever they called them. I think pillbox is the correct term if this was World War II. Those hit for really large amounts of damage along with the Danube, so we kind of have to like go around and attack up the sides. But if you have a flying ship instead of like a ground ship, you can just go straight up the middle and completely wreck face, which is great. Oh yeah, Karen's last name is Joshua. Right. It's kind of weird that we call her Karen, so it's like her first name. And I'm pretty sure in the dub, or in the sub, they did too. Never actually watched the dub. Who knows? Shiro will probably show up if we do the historic moments thing. Mount the attack. You mean launch the attack. Oh, Norris is here. Norris is our Gav Custom pilot. He's a badass. I'll join you in my Zaku. And helicopters. I hate these things in Crossfire, but I don't really hate them that much in that. And it's kind of humorous that we're going to use an Absolus against him.